All right, guys, your Realtor Steve Pugh, HPR Group, eXp Realty. This is our first market update in the new and revamped HPR studios. What do you think? Got the flashy mic, got the scrolling LED. We kicked it up a notch, right? So market update for, where are we? July 2023. I'm going to run through some stats real quick, give you guys a little bit of what's happening in the market, and hopefully bring some value and hope that it helps you make educated decisions. So basically, obviously, buyers out there still got concerns over the interest rate. There's still concerns over the market. Am I going to wait? Is it going to crash? Rates are too high, da-da-da-da-da. So I wanted to put some things in perspective, right? So basically, the average mortgage rate over the last 50 years is just shy of 8%. I think it was 7.81. So 7.81% is the average interest rate over the last 50 years. The average over the last 30 years is 5.97%. We are at, as of today, third week of August, about 6.5%, depending on pricing day to day, right? So yes, rates have gone up, but in terms of looking at them statistically over the years, they're still very competitive. Rates can do one of three things. If you make a decision today to move ahead and purchase, rates can either stay the same. So in a year from now, you'll be in the same position as if you waited. A year from now, if you act today and a year from now rates go up, you'll be glad you did something today. And if you act now and a year from now rates go down, you'll take advantage of today's pricing, right? Because let's look at this logically. If there's a bunch of people out there that are saying, oh, I'm just going to wait for rates to go down. When rates do go down, these people are going to jump back into the market. That's going to bring back bidding wars, drive prices up. So take advantage of today's pricing. And then if rates do go down, you can refinance. So that's the best way that I can help you alleviate those rate concerns. With respect to market crashing, supply and demand and inventory, okay? So where am I going with this? Supply and demand and inventory. Lowest delinquencies. Mortgage rates are at their lowest delinquency rates. I struggled with that one. Delinquency rates since 1979. At least in my professional opinion, looking at the data that I track, nobody has a crystal ball. I've said this before, but we are not looking at a market crash. Warren Buffett just invested $1 billion into Lennar, D.R. Horton, and other major builders, knowing that the new home inventory is that low and that the demand is still there, that these builders have still got to push out these units, will not meet demand, and that new homes are getting more affordable than existing in some markets. So that was a big play by Warren, just to kind of, you know what I mean, give an idea of the sustainability or the strength of the market moving forward. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything else. 70% of homeowners, 70%, have at least 50% equity or more, adding to the strength of the market. What else have we got? Okay, so check this out. You might find this interesting. Oh, but prices back in the day, rates were higher, but you could buy a house for $40,000, so it's really not equivalent. Listen, back in the 1980s, the beginning of the 1980s, 49% on average of your paycheck went to cover your mortgage obligation or payment, right? Guess what that number is today? Even though prices have gone up, which they should, real estate's an asset. Even though rates have gone up, only 29% based on the pay of today and taking into account inflation, right? Only 29% of a household's income is being used to meet, on average, that monthly mortgage obligation versus 49% back in the 1980s. So with respects to affordability and inflation, we're right there. We're right in that ballpark where we need to be. Ideally, it's 27%. We're at 29%. So something else to think about. Stats, and then we're out of here, right? So basically, active listings were down 2% year over year, up 1% over June, but down. Active listings down 2% versus this time last year. Listings sold was down 5% year over year, down 14% from June. Months of inventory still at a 3-month supply, still very much a seller's market. Obviously, things are taking longer to sell, but if they're priced right, marketed properly, and presented correctly using the right listing plan of action, properties are selling, right? Our average sellers are selling in about 11 days. Average days on market as a whole, not us, but as a whole is 41 days on market, and total sales volume is 16% down in July versus June, which is a big number. So in June 23, there was $8 billion in total sales. In July 23, 1 month later, $6.6 billion. Average sales price in the Stellar MLS, $451,000. That's up 1% from last year, down 3% from June. So slight downward pressure on pricing, still supply and demand in that inventory. I think we're going to end up 3 to 5% year over year by the end of the year. But we're going to have to just check that in the coming months, right? So there you go. Hope this information helps, give you a little bit of insight into the market. We're still moving forward, and things are still selling. There's still going to be a need, right? Diamonds, death, divorce, diplomas, and downsize. People are going to have a need to buy and sell, and it's always the right time to buy the right house. Your Realtor Steve Pugh, HPR Group, eXp Realty. Make sure you subscribe to our newsletter for more information to stay informed and educated. Hopefully you found this valuable, and will help you make decisions moving forward. Have a great week.